Hey guys, how are you? I'm take two for procrastination and perfection. And I did say that maybe this was me a little play on perfection, but this afternoon when I did do the video, the sound was pretty shit. It was beautiful, it was outside, but yeah, the sound was not that cool. So, and there were some really cool nuggets, and so I thought I'll shoot it again. Shout out to Luann. She actually said, "Oh, do the video again," and I'm like, I can't be fucked. But here I am. I'm in the office, ready to go home very shortly. I thought I would do the video. So, for those who do not know me or have the privilege of not knowing me as yet, my name is Patty Ann Waho. I am an intimacy soul connector, and I use my intuitive gifts as well when I'm working with busy and powerful people, getting them to connect to themselves and then ultimately those in their relationship, whether it be family, their lover, and so they can live a life of congruency, which is what we all want. We want to walk our talk. And a shout out to Ryan as well. He's part of ISR, which is ISR, which is like they're basically sales gurus. So yeah, look them up. But I've had the privilege of sort of being in the office with him and picking his brain as well. And he spoke about procrastination and how it can be a killer. And for me, it's soul destroying as well. And when he did write about it, he just basically said that it only takes seconds to make a decision, and while you can master that decision-making process, that's how you will basically kick procrastination in the ass, because procrastination and being a perfectionist is so intertwined. It's so annoying, because sometimes you're procrastinating because you want to be perfect, and then you've got it perfect, and then you're procrastinating because you don't, for whatever reason, because you don't think anyone wants it or wants to hear what you have to say, and the vicious circle, whatever which way you go, goes round and round and round. How are you, Pete? And so what I did love about what Ryan said, he said, so if you get in the habit of making really quick decisions, that's how you can sort of, be done with procrastination. And that's what the video is about today, is me going to give you some tips on procrastination and perfectionism, and also sort of share what I've suffered when it comes to those. And I still do, like I even still suffer from it and today, and it is soul destroying, as I've said. So by just doing, making those decisions really quickly, Mel Robbins wrote a book. She was probably made famous from her 5-second rule, because she was laying in bed every day, depressed about her lot in life, and it was her little bit of genius, I guess, when she came up with the 5-second rule. And basically, you have 5 seconds to do whatever you need to do. And she said it's like a rocket ship. For me, I have to do it within 3 seconds. 5 seconds is too long for me. I seriously would use the other 2 to talk myself out of it. I know, crazy. But the great thing is when you're aware of your whatever you do at play, that's where you can sort of change what you do that doesn't really serve you. And so that's what I do with procrastination. For me, I get away from it by writing lists. I'm a list builder. So like, for instance, a tip I've done is the night before, I literally break down my day. Like when I have a look at my calendar, and then I break it down. For instance, I've already done tomorrow. So, I've got my morning ritual, which means I have to be somewhere at 9 o'clock. So then I have to go to the gym early. So that's why I've got my 5:30 morning ritual, not that you can see that. And then I've got to be at the gym by 6. And I allow an hour and a half at the gym, because sometimes you have to wait in line for the machines. And then I come home, have my breakfast ritual, and drop my kids off at school. And then I break my work day when the kids are at school. Actually, I've only got one child at school at the moment. So yeah, so that's with procrastination, is lists. And another thing that I love to do on a personal level and a business level is I feel into it. So for me is I feel like because I do work with intuition, obviously for me, it's a gut thing. So when I feel it in my gut, I just straight away, there's just no denying it. That's when I know I need to do something, or if I know that I'm just trying to run away from it because I'm being a chicken shit. So if I have a huge day, or if I've got a huge project, is I feel into it and I feel what's coming up for me, like why am I perhaps procrastinating, or the person that I'm working with may not be sort of in alignment with me, and I can have that conversation as well. And so that's for me, is like really feeling into it. And a lot of people don't feel enough because they just choose to stay busy, and then they don't have that heart connection, that heart, gut and mind connection. And that's where you need to do what you need to sort of utilize, so you can have all those playing all together, and it's like a symphony when it does work. The next thing that I do when it comes to being a perfectionist, because I do suffer from this, is I know for sure, I've got my friend's book here. So I'll do a shout out to Dave Thompson. Can you see the book? It's a pretty cool book. I actually read it before it was in hard copy. So, and basically that's me explaining how much I love the book. But I'm going to talk to you about how he writes, how he speaks about perfectionism when it comes to book writing. But you can also, apply this to all parts of your life, especially relationships. And so he says, perfectionism is the dragon that has put many a book writing journey on infinite pause. It's defined as a personality trait of those striving for a flawless outcome and being super critical if it's not flawless. It does say when he's talking about the book that it's going to be far from perfect, and that's okay. And what I do love about this, so if you're thinking, I think I'm a perfectionist, I think I am, everyone is to some extent, but he notes, if you love pretty things, love things being in order, or have OCD tendencies, then you probably will feel perfectionism even more so. But if you're working with a good coach, or if you've got good friends, how perfectionism, what you can sort of identify is that when you realize how it's playing out, or how it's not serving you, or how it's making you stop where you need to go, that's the big thing by identifying it, and then what can you do from that? So I love this book. I literally have got highlights all the way through it about everything that I love about it. It's pretty awesome. It's a really good book. So that's David Thompson's book. So in a relationship, when it comes to being a perfectionist, what I hear is lots of people, they want their relationship to be perfect. And I don't know who invented that, because that's a bunch of bullshit. Relationships can't be perfect. You can speak about them openly. You can, I was on this dating show like a couple of weeks ago where I was one of the bachelorettes. And one of the questions was, what's your ideal perfect date? I seriously hate that word perfect, because basically what perfection is you're putting, you sort of putting expectations of how the outcome should be, and how's that going to work when you actually don't know? You can have a rough idea what you would like to accomplish, but no one knows the true outcome unless you give it a go. Hey guys. And so in a relationship, if you are being a perfectionist, or you just don't want to rock the boat, so to speak, so you won't speak up for how you truly believe, or what you truly believe in, or be messy, and it's okay. I think that's when that can really not work in your relationship. So one thing I always encourage is for people to have those open conversations. And I did the video a couple of weeks ago about how to have an open conversation. And it's okay if it is messy. It's okay if it's not perfect in your eyes, but speaking your truth on how you're feeling right now, you'll be able to know how the other person thinks as well, and how they feel, and how you're feeling as well. So, chuck out being a perfectionist. It's nice to have an outcome, but if it's making you get to a point in your life where you're stopping, or you won't even I suppose, confront what you need to do, and it is soul destroying, that's when you can start looking at yourself and go, okay, what's not working right here? So I hope that helped. So basically I was suggested is to write your list when it comes to procrastination and break it down into small steps. And for me, I do that on a daily, the night before. So then I go to bed and I know what I'm up to the next day. And then since I've been doing that, I've been like really getting a lot done. And when I don't, I'm like, okay, what's playing up here? What's playing here? What am I avoiding? And so that's when it comes to procrastination, especially when you've got lots to do, you've got, big dreams, you've got big aspirations, you'll need to do a list. It's so simple. I know, it's not rocket science. And then perfection, don't let it suck the life out of you, show courage, go out there and do what you need to do. And if it's messy, that's okay. And I'm listening to my own words because I too suffer from this as well. So don't do what Patty did. So you just do you. So I hope those points help. I really do. Okay, I'm just going to read. What did she say? So Liv says, I've been married to a perfectionist for 46 years. She said it's the equivalent of 3 life sentences. Yeah, it's a killer, Liv. Like, it really is. I know for me, I have to really stop. Like, I hear my kids saying to me, oh my God, you just want it done perfectly. And I'm just like, oh my God, stop that, because it's like, for me personally, it's when I'm doing that, my poor children are not having the space to do what they need to do. And so that's a huge thing for me that I just pull back on and just give myself a soul slap when I'm doing that. So anyway, I'm off home and put the mama hat on. It is a late one. So I hope that the sound was great. I forgot to ask, but that's cool. But if this resonates with you, like it, love it, share it, do what you need to do. But I hope you have a blessed week. And until my next video, stay amazing. Bye for now.